Once you hear this story, your perception of reality will never be the same. The first time Alex saw one, he thought it was a trick of the light. It was past midnight, and after hours on his laptop, the room was lit only by its glow. He was about to shut it off when he noticed a figure outside his window, just beyond the streetlight. The figure was shadowy, but its face, it was smiling. Not a friendly smile, too wide, too sharp, like its mouth had been stretched. Alex stared, heart pounding, but the longer he looked, the more certain he became something was wrong. He shut the laptop, pulled the curtains closed, and told himself it was his imagination, but that smile lingered. The next day, he convinced himself it was a dream, but a part of him couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. At the store, on the bus, unseen eyes were on him. That night, as he watched TV, he heard a soft tapping at the window. He froze. Though the curtains were drawn, Alex saw the faint outline of a figure outside. Slowly, he approached, pulled the curtain back, and there it was again. The same figure, its face pressed against the glass, its grin impossibly wide. He stumbled back, but when he looked again, it was gone. The figures appeared more frequently. At first, one or two, then groups. They were everywhere. On the street, in reflections, lurking in the corners of his vision. They never moved, never spoke, just watched. On the subway, at work, they were there, grinning. Then came the dreams. A barren field, the sky red, the air suffocating. The figures surrounded him, their smiles glowing. One stepped forward, its grin stretching until its face split open, revealing jagged teeth. He woke, gasping, only to find one at the foot of his bed, smiling. He stopped, leaving his apartment. The figures were outside, in reflections, even when his eyes were closed. He couldn't escape. Calls for help went dead, laughter crackling through the receiver. He screamed at one, demanding answers, but it only tilted its head, grin widening as it stepped closer. On the 12th day, Alex faced the mirror, trying to reassure himself. Then he saw it, his smile, too wide, too sharp. He was becoming one of them. They hadn't been watching him. They had been waiting. He fought it, but it was inevitable. His reflection no longer resembled him. His voice echoed hollowly. The figures were no longer outside. They were inside, surrounding him, their smiles now welcoming. The fear faded. Alex's smile widened. His body dissolved into shadow, and he stood among them, his grin sharp and wide. Time blurred. Resistance crumbled. Their whispers grew louder. He tried to escape, but it didn't matter. No matter how far he ran, they were there. He ended up in a small town, but the figures were already there, standing in windows, on porches, in alleyways. This wasn't about him anymore. They weren't following him. They were spreading. In a diner, he sat across from a man named Alan. Alan had seen them too. "They're part of you," he said. "Don't you feel it? That pull?" Alex felt it. The hum in his mind grew louder. Alan explained, "You brought them here. They'll follow you until there's nothing left." Alex realized, with chilling clarity, they weren't just waiting for him. They were part of him, and no matter how far he ran, they always would be. Hit subscribe and don't dare miss what's coming next. Or the next scream you hear might be your own.